Hello, and good evening. My name is Augustine, and I'm here to give another broadcast. And today, the title of my broadcast will be TBC Admin's Response. TBC Admin's Response on the Privy Council and the Board of Trustees. That will be my title. Now, I would want to first of all introduce myself again, and like you see, simple consultant, or by name Augustine, and I'm one of the many voices within the TBC community. Now, today, my venue has changed. Now, the reason why my venue has changed is because I had a number of things to do, and I could not work with my venue. So I had to leave my venue to get to a place where it's not my conventional venue. So that's why my venue is a different one. So for the next few minutes, I will address us in this my live broadcast concerning admin's response on the Privy Council and the Board of Trustees. Now, before I begin, there are a number of things I would want to say. First of all, we are building an economy. And building an economy means that we have to be first advanced. We have to be advanced in the way we do reason. And that's the first thing. Now, before I would continue, I would want to say all of the informations that my viewers will drop, I'm going to address it after I have finished the broadcast. And I would want to also say, those of you that would be dropping information, please, like my previous videos, I would want you to give me all the respect that you would want to be given. Now, when you come to an environment or you come to an area or you attend a particular movie or whatsoever, you would want to be respected. So please, I would require you to also give me respect, because some informations or some things you would put that are derogatory, that are not reasonable, to put on a public notice. You shouldn't do that. So as much as we are building first of all in respect and in love. And there are a number of people who are beginning to take note of me anytime I come online. I want to say thank you very much for taking cognizance of me. So please, while you come online, behave yourself and listen to the information that I have to give, okay? And as much as possible, I'll make it brief, I'll make it concise. Now, today's broadcast is going to be very, very sensitive. And this broadcast, I would humbly request that you pass it around the whole TBC community, pass it around everybody that you come across within the TBC community, because the informations that I'm going to give are very sensitive informations. And these informations I'm getting, I am not getting it from my head. Now, before I would continue, I would want to say that the administration is in dire need of people he can work with. Now, the administration is in dire need of people he can work with. The administration is not having enough members that he can work with. Now, you may look at the broadcasters. The broadcasters are, wow, they are wonderful. They are doing very well. Now, in the midst of these broadcasters, there are still a number of people that the admin still wants to work in close association with. And that is the reason why I am here to give some information across. Now, in my previous videos, the title of that video, if you haven't watched it, do well to watch it. The title is Downsizing, Proper Placement, and the Coming Economy Phase, or the Coming Abundance Phase. I can't exactly recall how I put it, but yes, something like that, within the TBC community. Now, in that particular video or broadcast, I talked about a number of things. One of which I talked about was downsizing. I explained what would cause you to be downsized. I also talked about proper placement. I also said those people who had excess of TBC and they couldn't give proper accounts of those TBC in their wallets, that those coins would not migrate with them to the new blockchain. I elaborated on it and I exceeded my normal limits. I was supposed to go for 30 minutes and I exceeded 30 minutes. As much as possible, I'm going to make sure that I compress all the information I have to give within this 30 minutes broadcast. And even if I'm not able to complete every information that I want to pass across, in my consequent videos, I will do so. Okay, now I continue. I said in my previous videos that I was going to explain in details matters that has to concern the Privy Council, the Board of Trustees, and the likes. Now, yesterday, I was fortunate to have a one-on-one interaction with the administration, and there were a number of things that were made known to me. Now, the first thing I want to address, I'll take it one step at a time. The first thing I want to address is this. The TBC is a private-based community. Now, the sense that you think private is not the sense that is in the TBC community. Now, a number of us have private organizations, we have private companies. Yes, to a good extent, when you look into that system, you will see that there are board of directors and there is an organogram that properly states the responsibilities of who and who is in that particular organization. Now, in the TBC community, it's also similar, but I want you to understand that even though it is similar, it is also slightly different. In my meeting I had with the administration, there were a number of things that were made clear. The first thing that was made clear to me is accountability. Now, a good number of us who are broadcasters are aware that during our broadcasters meeting, the administration takes time to explain and expatiate a number of things to us. But you see, because my broadcast was made open, I had to contact him and I had to crave his indulgence to throw more light on this matter concerning the Board of Trustees and the Privy Council, because it appears that a good number of people within this TBC community are becoming so desperate. Their desperation is born out of the fact that there is an individual who is giving counter informations from the actual information that we are supposed to have. We all know who I am talking about. Now, this particular person has made it look like a law or a rule that the system should first of all have a Privy Council and a Board of Trustees. Now, with the Privy Council and a Board of Trustees, that things will be done the right way. I think to an extent, he made a point. But however, I want you to understand that while I was with the administration yesterday, he made me understand that we are still very, very tender. That is the first thing I want you to bear in mind. We are still very, very tender. And when you are tender, it means we are less than 5 years old. Listen to me. We are less than 5 years old. The administration made me know clearly that being an individual and his team, that they are single-handedly able to manage all that comes up within the TBC community. Now, what are the things that are in the TBC community? The first thing that is in the community is the billioncoin.info. Of course, many people are not paying attention to that particular website anymore. The second one that comes or that is in the community is the blog. Now, that is supposed to be the dictionary. It's supposed to be the education system of the TBC community. I do not know how many people are paying attention to that. Now, the third thing that is in the TBC community is our Kringle Cash. Now, in that Kringle Cash, we can refer to it as the marketing section of the TBC community. It is in the Kringle Cash that everything is going on. Now, please pay attention to every piece of information I am passing across, because these informations are very sensitive. Now, in the particular Kringle Cash that you are in, the system is designed in such a way that every activities that are going on within the TBC community at the long run is going to be regulated within the Kringle Cash. Now, there was a time we had the billioncoin.info. There are a number of things we did there. It was compressed and everything was decomposed into the Kringle Cash. Now, that Kringle Cash is the point where everything will be happening. Are you with me? That Kringle cash is where everything will be happening. Some of the things that are going on in the Kringle cash, which we all know, which a good number of us are against, is what we call the Bitcoin bounty contest. Now, before I proceed, I want to begin to share my screen. All right, now currently my screen is being shared, and I'll have a number of things to talk about now that I'm sharing my screen. I just hope I don't get lost in my explanations. Before I want to continue, I want to say we are moving well. We are in 3,513,043. Now, I want you to understand that every count that appears here are not people who are giving admin credits. The counts that appear here are not people that are giving admin credits. No. Every count that multiplies or that increases here are people that are paying their admin fee. Now, who are these people that are paying their admin fee? You can easily find them when you go into this Bitcoin bounty contest. Now, let's go into the English Bitcoin bounty. Under the English Bitcoin bounty, we are seeing a good number of people, and all these people you are seeing here are all paid members. All these people you are seeing here are all paid members. Now, the total number of contestants are 733. Now, this 733 comprises of both paid members and non-paid members. Now, this system will continue to run until Sunday. Now, by Sunday, it completely filters out those who are the paid members and those who are not the paid members. Once it is Nigerian time 1 a.m., then it is reset, meaning that the automation has taken place. But the bottom line is, as many that pay their admin fee, it counts for them in our dashboard. Now, what I want you to understand is in this particular Bitcoin bounty contest, it is the heartbeat of the TBC community. This particular Bitcoin bounty contest is the heartbeat of the TBC community. Now, these informations, I am passing it across to you so that there are some things that will be made very clear. I still recall my topic. My topic is concerning Privy Council and the Board of Trustees, but I would want to expatiate on a number of things before I come into that part and then I conclude on the matter. And I'm trying as much as possible to compress my time. Now, I said that this Bitcoin bounty contest is the heartbeat of the TBC community. Now, there are 3 sections or 4 sections. There is the English, there is the French, there is the Tagalog, there is the Hindi. Now, we are anticipating that before the end of this year, we're also going to have Bangladesh. And then if it comes in, then that's a good one, meaning that the community is growing and is growing very well. Now, the administration made me clearly to understand that as long as the load on him is not so much, and it is still something that he and his team can manage, I want you to understand that the system will continue to grow under his own control. Now, some of you that are looking at the Privy Council and the Board of Trustees, when I made the request and I asked, so when will this Privy Council and Board of Trustees come into play? It's a very simple answer. The first thing that was made to understand is that the Privy Council and the Board of Trustees are, in quotes, the kind of systems, the kind of government of this system. Now, the instance that was given to me yesterday is that we are still in our foundation limits. We are still in our foundation limits. Now, what does it mean to be in our foundation? It clearly means that we have not even started building. We have not put first floor, we haven't put second floor, and TBC is a multi-story building. We have not put first floor, we haven't put second floor. What we are just doing is we are building our foundation. Our foundation can be a pile foundation. Those of you who has gone about foundation designs and foundation implementation, we are not going about it using a raft design. Now, there be a mat raft design. There is a beam and a slab raft design. Those ones are wonderful. Now, if the nature of the soil is a favorable one, you can decide to put a beam and a slab raft foundation. But no, in the case of TBC, what we are building is a pile foundation, and the pile foundation has to get into a bedrock of the soil or a bedrock, that is into the down, down, down bottom part, an impermeable part of the soil. Now, all these 3 years we have been building the foundation of TBC. You should also understand that TBC did not and does not have a definite path on which we are going. We only navigate based on what is available at the moment. We only navigate based on what is available at the moment. Now, we have no idea what TBC is going to look like in another 6 months. It is a factor of how responsive the TBC community grows or how responsive the TBC community builds. If the TBC community builds effectively, then that means there will be enough funds for the TBC community to grow. So the TBC admin made me understand that the board of trustees are people who are going to be responsible within the TBC community. And these people are people like you, they are people like me. They are people who are willing to grow the community. They are people that cut across full-timers. Now, being a part-timer, the possibility of being a board of trustee or a privy council is going to be far-fetched. The administration made me understand that these things are not things that you should begin to bother yourself about at the moment. Why do you have to bother yourself over matters that are so trivial at the moment? It is like you're asking to build a roof and you have not even started to build the first floor, you haven't built the second floor, and the design of the building is like a 100-story building. And then you are asking, what is it going to look like to put the roofs? What is it going to look like? Are we going to make use of timbers? Are we going to make use of composite structures? Are we going to make use of steel structures? How is the roof going to look like? The roof is actually an architectural drawing that has been put down by the architect. And in this case, who is this architect? The architect is the administration. So he has the blueprint, but you see, we have not come to that phase yet. A good number of people are of the opinion that, yes, the system should move on, that the administration will make so many errors, he would make so many mistakes because he's the only one masterminding it. At this point, I want you to understand that he has his broadcasters with him. Now, I said it in my previous videos that the broadcasters are not people that just wake up one morning and then they say what they like. No. The information that we pass across are information that we first of all are looked into, they are scrutinized, they are addressed, very well by the administration. Now, I do not know how it is in the case of so many other broadcasters, but in my case, before I go about anything, I look into it very well. And from time to time, I share it with the administration, and the administration will say, okay, I think this is fine, and then you can go ahead with it. Now, what does that mean? It clearly shows that we are rubbing minds together. It means that we are communicating. Now, for every information that you see on the blog, there are information that has the full approval of the administration. So, if you are listening to me and you want any information to be passed across, there are several avenues that you can make use of. As a matter of fact, there are other avenues that will be made available in a short while from now, because the administration does not want to limit it to only a select few sets of people. But his interest, his mind, his goal, his heartbeat is that he has enough people who will come up and make a noise, who will come out and then make some serious publications about TBC. Now, in the broadcast that I made concerning downsizing, proper placement, and then the coming abundance phase, the administration made it very clear to me. He said that the system of building these people are already in process. So if you are going to fall into that category, it wouldn't come by surprise. As a matter of fact, I want to ask you a question. The question I want to ask you is, who are the people that the administration want to make use of as the board of trustees? Who are the people that the administration want to make use of as the Privy Council? Now, there are so many people that have been corrupted by the current financial system. The way they want to do things are any opportunity they see to just shortchange you, they will shortchange you. That are human beings. Now, previous leaders that came up in the community, those of you who has been within the TBC community, bear witness to us or to me that there has been leaders who has acted in a way that is questionable. There are several leaders that has acted in a way that, in my opinion, you can question their integrity. Now, in your own opinion, you may think that those leaders were doing it for the interest of the community at large. Well, I cannot say anything on that record. I cannot say anything on that point. But one thing I want you to understand first is that the TBC community is private. Now, being a private community, it means there are set down rules that are supposed to be followed. And if those rules are not followed, if there is no mutual agreement between the person bringing up those ideas and the administration, there will be conflict of interest. And once there is a conflict of interest, then one person has to go down, the other person will have to move forward. In this case, the administration is the one that would have to move forward. That doesn't mean it's a tyranny system. I want you to please understand. That doesn't mean it's a system that is on rebellion or is having a kind of rebellious kind of attitude. No, it's a system that has a definite goal and a definite plan. And the plan is contrary to the normal system that you've always seen. The system you've always been seeing is a system that has been going forward and it is filled or laden with a number of corruption. The TBC community is a cleansing system. The TBC community is cleansing the world of how things are being done. Now, when you come to an organization or you come to a place, you'll find out that the first thing you do is, where are the people who matter in this organization? Then once once you've known them, the next thing you have to do is you will have to pally up with them so that when there are decisions that has to be made, it will work in your favor. So many of you are crying. So many of you are asking questions. Why does the administration hide its face? Now, this is the reason why the administration hides its face. Because so many things are going to go wrong. Of course, if he is known as an individual, it's simple. You kidnap his family, you kidnap someone, and then you begin to ask, you begin to make ransoms. Ransoms that are ranging into several millions. But at this point, nobody knows him. At this point, the administration is so classified that even Bederick does not know him. So many people have the opinion that yes, that Bederick went to meet the admin when he went to Philippines. That's a false information. Anybody that is giving you that information is giving you a big fat lie. I want you to understand that even Bederick, even Randy Wilson, even Dan Lutz does not have an idea of this person called the administration. Now that is to tell you how sensitive his position is as a community, as a leader, as an architect in the TBC community. Now, if you are looking for a time where you are going to become members of the Privy Council or of the Board of Trustees, the first thing you have to do is you have to align yourself very well with the administration. Aligning yourself with the administration is very simple. Let me explain. The first thing you have to do is you have to become a devoted member. Now, what does it mean to be a devoted member? All these people you are seeing here, if you are seeing my cursor, these people are devoted members, devoted members, devoted members. Now, what does it imply? Become a full-timer within the TBC community. Once you become a full-timer, then you can now say, okay, I have crossed the first stage of being a member within the TBC community. It is enough to be, it's okay to be a regular member. There is no offense in being a regular member. But now we are looking for people who can be trusted. I want you to understand that the Privy Council, the Board of Trustees, are actually going to be the current system, the current government of the TBC community when it gets to a time of economy phase. Now, I want you to understand that there can never be a government when there are no people. Let me cite an instance, Nigeria. Nigeria is made up of about several millions of people. Now, if there are no several millions of people, there wouldn't be governments on the federal level, there wouldn't be governments on the state level, there wouldn't be governments on the local level, there wouldn't be the judiciary, there wouldn't be legislative, there wouldn't be executive. All these few sets of people come together, and I can tell you that the governments in the whole Nigeria, they are not up to 500,000. They are not up to, they are not, I don't think they're up to 500,000. Now, this is a few sets of people ruling more than 100 million people within Nigeria. Now, I want you to picture what I am saying very, very well. Now, there are a few sets of people who we refer to as the federal government, the state government, the local government. Now, when a commissioner, when a councillor, let's leave it at the local level, when a councillor decides to make some instructions, you cannot counter those instructions. Why? You may be bigger than him, you may be much bolder than him, you may be more intelligent, you may be more enlightened. But the point is that he went about it in a very defined political manner. We all know how we go about it in democracy. There was an election, one thing happened, he was elected into power. And as soon as being since he has been elected into power, then therefore you have willed your authority to him. You have said, in level, in hierarchy, you are my superior. For the next 4 years that you'll be in power, I am going to yield my authority to you. Now, this is the same thing that the TBC community has in mind. We are building a community. We should not bother ourselves on thinking about the Privy Council. We should not bother ourselves on thinking about the Board of Trustees. This is the last phase of the TBC community. However, it is within the jurisdiction of the administration to decide to put it in when he deems it necessary, because he has already set it down on the public notice. Everything has been put there, but it has not yet been defined. When you look into the public notice, as Abundance will claim, he has already set it down. He said section 5 and 6. When you read into it critically, there was no timing. There was never a place where the administration said, at this particular time, it shall be like this. Now, since there is no particular time when it will be, that clearly means that it is going to be when the time is right. Now, I think I've been able to throw some light in this particular instance or in this particular topic. So those of you who are out there, please, I want you to bear this in mind. There are so many things that are going on within this TBC community, and this thing is a very, very, very wow project. This particular thing going on within the TBC community is a very, very, very wow project. There hasn't been any type that has existed in this world before. This TBC community is the first of its kind. So, if you are a member within this TBC community, first of all, I want you to behave yourself. Those of you who are listening to some people that are giving you information and are saying, is the administration a scammer? It's such a question to ask. How can a system exist for 3.5 years? In fact, 3 years and a few months, about 3 years and 8 months, or 3 years and 9 months, I can't remember. About 3 years, 7, 8, 9 months. And then you say it's a scammer. Some people will argue it, that the person has been milking and milking and milking. No, the administration has no intent of milking anyone. First of all, if you read into the content, it has been said, it is not done by force. If you think the world can be a better place, then key into this project. If you think this world can be a better place, then this TBC community is meant for you. Now, so many of you are making so many informations, so many questions, so many claims that are very laughable. Some of you, many of you, let's use Nigeria as an instance. I think Nigeria is a very, very, is a perfect example to use. Let's use Nigeria as an instance. Nigeria, ever since I have been a child, there are times when the power authorities bring light. When they bring light, we're like, wow, they brought light. We say it's up NEPA. Now, what is NEPA? We all know what NEPA is. We Africans that are listening, those of you who do not know, who may be listening from outside the country, NEPA means National Electric Power Authority. Now, it simply means the electricity company that is governed, controlled, and then administered by the government. Recently, they said it has been privatized. Now, when it's been privatized, it will give room for people to manage the resources, the electricity resources. But I want to ask you one simple question. The question I would ask you is, ever since it has been privatized, in quotes, they say it's been privatized. Ever since it has been privatized, what difference has it made? Within this TBC community, sorry, not within the TBC community, within Nigeria, ever since the National Electric Power Authority privatized and then gave out this particular part of NEPA to some people who are private to manage, what difference has it made? Has it been able to make sure that over here in Nigeria, you can enjoy 1 week of constant power supply? I want you to answer me. Has it been able to provide 1 week of constant power supply? Now, at the end of every month, you are giving some bills. You are giving some bills. Your bills could be, it could be 7,000 naira. Those of you who are making use of prepaid, your prepaid could be as much as 5,000 naira. But you look at it and you are very clear, and you're very sure that you did not consume such amount of electricity. Now, If you do not pay it, what happens? You are cut off naturally. If you do not pay these bills, what happens is you are cut off. Now, do you go to the government and say, government, no, you have paid me so you have asked for so much. I didn't pay this amount of money. I didn't spend such amount of electricity bills. You have to refund my money. You have to give me audit. You have to audit. I want to audit how you've been spending my money. No, you haven't done that, have you? I don't think you have. But look into our senators, look into our governors, look into the House of Assembly, look into the government, look into everything. Everything is getting worse by the day. Yet they are demanding money from you. You are paying the money and you are not complaining. Like one of our local Nigerian musicians will say, his name is Fela, suffering and smiling. Now, this system has come to make it better for you. Instead of you to sit down and cooperate, what you are doing is you are making a hell of a noise, you're complaining, you're crying, you're saying the admin is eating your money. How much is it? It's just $25. And the thing is that the administration doesn't take the $25. He gives you half of it and he uses only $12.5. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? Why are you ranting? Why are you crying? It's not by force. Being a billionaire within the TBC community is not by force. If you want to be a billionaire, then be ready to pay the price. The administration gave me a proper audit. I can tell you categorically that I went to audit the administration yesterday. But you see, he deliberately opened everything to me so that I would understand that he's making sacrifices. I want you to understand that for every transaction that takes place in your Gringo Cash, that there is transaction fees that are being paid. Now, the administration did not tell you to pay these administration fees. So many of you are of the opinion that the admin does not have a blockchain, that the wallet is not a blockchain. Now, I want to break the record to you. I want to bust your bubbles. The admin has a blockchain and the TBC009 is a blockchain. Now, these things were clearly made known to me. It is not as if I'm forging these things out of my head. They were made clear. The informations were made open to me. For every transaction that you do, you want to make in $100, you want to make in a $200 transfer between you and another person. You make a cent transaction fee, about 20 cents. And all these things, there are over 20 to 50,000 transactions that takes place on a daily basis. Within the TBC community, everything was put open to me. The spreadsheet was made open to me. And the administration spent close to about $25,000 on a weekly basis. And this thing I am telling you are clear. The informations are clear. I saw it with my own eyes. Now, it was a specific instructions that was given to me. These informations were not supposed to be known. But the fact was that the administration wants you to understand that you're not dealing with a scammer. The administration wants you to know that you are dealing with someone that wants humanity to be free. The administration is working to see that the world is a better place. So why are you fighting the system? Why can't you stop fighting and then come together and build? The administration has already put the timer. Look at the timer running down. Look at the timer running down. We just have 1 day to go. And then the next thing is the business begins. If we are not able to get 1 million billionaires on that day, listen to me, listen to me. I'm coming to Africa and I want you to listen to me, Africa. If you are not able to get 1 million billionaires on that day, I want you to understand that the administration wants to revive Africa. So many of you have the opinion that the administration wants to enslave Africa. No. Now, the particular place from which the administration is from, till tomorrow, nobody will know. I do not know where he is from. You can't even figure it out when you listen to him. You do not know if he's an Israeli. You do not know if he's an Afghanistan. You do not know if he's a Nigerian. You don't know if he's a Westerner. You do not know where he is from. Now, that is the grace, that is the opportunity that technology provides for you. So that when you want to be anonymous, you'll be purely anonymous. Nobody can source out where you are from. Now, you may think that there are some people who are intelligent to source him out. I want you to understand that for every error you've made once, the administration has made it 100 times. So he's not a kid. He's someone that is far more advanced in technology. He's far more advanced in law. He's far more advanced in negotiation. Anything that you think you know, he knows it 1,000 times more. So do not look at it and think that the administration is hiding under a cover so that you begin to eat people. No. The administration is going to step on the toes of so many powers. And for him to achieve it, he has to remain anonymous, or else he'll be taken out, or else he'll be kidnapped, or else he'll be. You know how the system operates. It has always been like that from time to time. So I want you to please hold hands together with the administration, hold hands together with the broadcasters, and make a difference. The administration wants you to know, please, I want you to pay attention to this information I want to pass across. And this is the information I want to pass across. I'm going to say a number of things here, but I think my time is already almost up. Now look at these numbers. The administration was clearly made me understand that he wants to revive Africa. Now, it is not limited to only Africa. But when you look into the world system, you'll find out that Africa suffers most. You'll find out that Africa are the ones that the heat is on Africa. There is a particular president, and he said that I cannot revive a graveyard. Now, who is this person referring to as a graveyard? It is Africa that is a graveyard. Who were the people who caused this instance to Africa? It is still them. It is still them. I am not here to point fingers on you as an individual who may not be from Africa. No one is angry about you because it's not your fault, because you had no idea. You did not contribute to the confusion and the evil that is in Africa. It is the leaders, it is the government. So I am referring to the government system, and I'm also referring to the Nigerian government system, the African government system, who has agreed to sell themselves as slaves. And today, Africa is suffering. Where does Ebola emanate from? Africa, Republic of Congo. It has spread. It went through a number of places. Why must it be only Africa? Now, I remember when this instance came up some time ago, when there was a particular nurse that was sent to Africa to help in reviving and recovering, to help to curb the menace. And when the person finished everything, along the line, the person became Ebola positive. And then she was flown to Africa, to UK or to US, and then she was taken proper care of. After she was taken good care of, what happened? As at then, it was President Barack Obama that was in charge. When she was fully certified okay, President Barack Obama came to her and gave her a hug. President Obama hugged her. Why did he hug her? If it was in Nigeria, let me use Nigeria as an instance. We have lost confidence in Africa. We have lost confidence in our health practitioners. We have lost confidence in everything. And after we have lost confidence in those things, if it was one of the presidents that is leading now such kind of thing happens, and then the person is taken care of in Lutz. Now, Lutz is one of the Lagos. Okay, Lagos is a place in Nigeria. Lagos University Teaching Hospital, which is one of the best places in Nigeria. Now, if such kind of person was treated in that place and was certified free of Ebola, do you think that the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria can be confident enough to hug the person? No. My answer is no. Why is it no? Because they have lost confidence. That is why when they want to do something concerning their health, they fly outside the country. And the TBC administration has come so that somehow there can be revival to Africa. Yet Africans are asking questions. The admin fee is so much. Africans, when will you wake up from your slumber? The administration is making me to clearly tell you that in a short while from now, if you refuse to act, it transfers the leadership to some other people. It is like the Jews. The Jews said we are sons of Abraham, we are children of Abraham. But you see, they were misbehaving. They took the grace of God for a ride. I am citing an instance. I am not saying that, I'm not making any comparison between the administration and anybody. I am just giving an instance here. So please hear my line of thoughts. The Jews felt they were children of Abraham and that nothing could ever happen. But what happened? That opportunity shifted from the Jews into the Gentiles. At this point, we are in the dispensation of the Gentiles. And that is the reason why the Lord is dealing well with all the Gentiles. I want you to understand that there is a point that the Gentile race, the Gentile time will expire, and then he will return back to the Jews. All these things will definitely happen. But at this point, we are paying attention to Africa. Africans are the ones now that the administration is saying, revive yourself, wake up. Do you think the administration doesn't have goals? Now, when you look into my broadcast, let me quickly go into that broadcast. Now, this is it. In this particular one, I talked about this. and I talked about this. Let me quickly read it. When the admin will likely form the Privy Council, I've actually spoken about this. Ensure proper trainings and retrainings of the constituted authorities within a stipulated time limit. Now, this is after we have gotten into our maturity phase. Now, I do not know when that will be. The administration will decide on that. Now, how these authorities will help in the administration of the TBC community alongside with the overall control of the master administration. Pay attention to this information. Now, how these authorities will help in the administration of the TBC community alongside with the overall control of the master administration. Now, I am actually trying to make you understand that this is what we call the government of the TBC community. There are several governments. We are building a world system that is private. And in that system, there will be governing authorities. This is exactly what I was trying to say. But it is not now. And those things will unfold by the day. Keep in touch, stay in touch with my broadcast. And as you listen to me, you subscribe to my channel, every information I will drop it. And I hope you act accordingly. Now, the release of the API and the acceptance of several third parties. This event will take place most likely very soon and most likely next year. Now, it is most likely next year because when you listen into my broadcast, we are almost ready for mass adoption. We are almost ready. If you've not actually listened to it, please do well to listen. Cultivate the habit of listening to every broadcast I give because these broadcasts are actually telling you what will come up in a short while. Make the blog your friend. Every video you see on the blog, take time and read it. Okay? Now look at the last one I want to talk about. The last one I want to talk about is this particular one. Now, I've actually said this. Admin is making sure that we are lawfully backed so that it will be easy for us to use our currency as a medium of exchange without any hassles, without any interrogations by any government. This is the last one I want to talk about. This last one is what? The community will help in resurrecting whole continents like Africa, like Asia. Now, we all know that what? Scarcity is artificial. Scarcity is artificial. Let's go into the blog. This is the very article. If you've not read this article, do well and read this article. Scarcity is artificial. And then they make it look so complicated by bringing so many organizations. They bring in ECOWAS, they bring in UNESCO, they bring in UNICEF, and they bring all those things, and they tell you that they're helping Africa to do this. Why is it that ever since you've been born as an African, we've been the third world country? While we're in secondary school, they were telling us that Africa is a developing country, and up until this day, Africa is still a developing country. Haven't you sat down to understand that there is something wrong? Why can't you wake up from your sleep and decide to build with this TBC? I want you to do something. Every information I'm passing across here is a heartbeat of the administration. It's a heartbeat of the administration. The administration wants Africa to be free of the shackles of the bondage that has been laden upon them by the government. Every day, you cannot count how much debt Africa is owing. Until tomorrow, they will continue to owe because the white world, the first world countries will continue to borrow them and they will pay over a period of 1,000 years. And still, you tell me Africa will succeed. With this system, you think it will succeed with the coin market cap? The admin is saying, wake up from your sleep. Cooperate with me, and there'll be a difference. I think I've said something on that. Let me round off, because I don't want to take so much time. Now, this is the last thing I want to talk about. Now, there is someone that said, I want to see if I can be able to get it. Yes, this particular one. Now, listen. So many people are watching these videos, 578 as at then. I'm sure it's increasing. By now, possibly it should have gotten to 600. Now, this is what no admin fees should be paid in December. Why? With Mr. Abundance. Now, I want you to understand, the first thing I want you to understand is that the TBC community is an internet-based community. Now, just like the federal government of the United States of America, they have spies everywhere. Listen to me. The federal government of the United States of America, they have spies everywhere. They are actually the ones that are ruling the world system. You and I know it. Now, China are actually working hard. Now, how are they actually ruling? It is simple. They are using a law system. And that law system and their currency system, They are using it to usurp authority over the world. They are the ones that regulate everything. I want you to also understand that within this TBC community, as we grow, we have spies. We have spies in every group. For every group you create, give that group a period of 5 to 6 months. A spy will come into that group. What does that spy do? That spy gives information to the administration as to what and what is going on within the TBC community. So I want you to understand that those of you that think you cannot pay, let me go back to it. No payment of admin fees. Now, this particular instance is going to hold you captive. Now, I do not guarantee that this thing is going to be corrected very soon. So many people are saying, I want to redeem my cookies, I want to redeem my cookies, I want to redeem my cookies, my account will soon expire, my account will soon expire, Mr. Abundance says we have to redeem it so that we don't need to pay it on the 1st of December. I want to redeem my cookies. I want you to understand that this you are looking at is a system that the support is building. They are trying to integrate the automation system. I want you to understand that it is on the 1st. Now, that clearly means that everybody who pays it will automatically get 1 TBC in his account. Those who pay it. So the support team and the commissioner are doing everything they can to make sure that this thing is ready for the 1st of December. Now, let's go into this. Once this thing stops counting down, I've actually exceeded my limit. Once this thing stops counting down, what happens is it will start counting again. It is counting down from 7 days down to 0. Once it completes 0, it starts counting forward from 0 to 24 hours. Once the timer expires, what happens? Simple. It means that the opportunity to have 1 TBC closes up. Now, if that opportunity closes up and we are not able to get 1 million billionaires, well, the administration would improvise, will bring another alternative because those numbers has to be completed, whether I like it or not. But the last opportunity for we Africans to take this opportunity, hold it in our hands and change the situations around for our good is at our hands. It's looking at us. I am looking at it. You are also looking at it. If you refuse to take this opportunity, well, you are going to cry foul because the gold backing system will soon come up very soon. When the gold backing system comes up, they are going to seal the difference between the white and the black. They are going to seal the difference between the first world countries and the third world countries. There will be no gap in between. TBC is trying to unite it. TBC is the bridge. I want you to wake up from your slumber. Do not allow this opportunity to ever pass you by. So my advice to you is on the 1st of December, please pass this information to everybody that listens, that cares to listen. Pay your administration fee and you have your 1 TBC. You may have 1,000 TBCs, you may have 2,000 TBCs. Please take notes. If those TBCs are not recorded in your Bitcoin, in your cookie rewards, when you are moving into the blockchain, you are not going with those coins. But if you have been able to do a transaction verification or you have been giving out your admin credit, then that means when you are moving into your blockchain, because it is recorded in your cookie rewards, then that means you are moving in with it. Okay? All right. I think I've said so much. Let me actually go into the wow, 48 minutes already. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. Now, let me hear what so many people have said a lot. I think I should stop as soon as possible. Now, this is hi, Mr. Augustine. Good day. Yeah, good day. I don't know if you're a lady or you're a guy because Okeke looks like a man, Teresa looks like a lady. Whoever you are, welcome. Thank you for being on my broadcast. Thank you for being consistent. Now, the next one I want to check is we can't redeem our cookies. I've actually addressed this matter. Can someone tell us what is causing that, please? So admin should do something about it. I've actually said so. I've explained it. The automation is actually being integrated into the Kringle cache so that by the 1st of December, what happens is that as soon as you have paid your admin credit, your admin fee, it automatically, you would not need to do any cookie redemption again. You don't need to redeem your cookies. If you didn't redeem your cookies, well, it's fine. Now, those of you that are afraid that you will lose your cookies, no, you wouldn't. What will happen is it will be retroactive. Let me say you have 20 TBCs to redeem. Once you've paid the admin fee, those Kringles, those cookies will automatically be sent to your account as Kringles or as TBC. So don't be afraid that anything will go wrong. Relax. Relax. Pay attention to my broadcast. there will be no cause for alarm. Okay. I think I've been able to address the matter. So if it's not working, wait. Make sure you've gotten your bulk credit. On the 1st of December, make your payment. It automatically enters into your account. Like you have paid your admin fee, and then you get your free gift, which is your 250 kringles. Is it 250? 250 cookies, which is about 25 kringles. Yes. But this time it is going to be your free gift plus your 1 TBC. But please pay note that if you are having 1 TBC, you should be accountable for those TBC coins. Now, what's the next one? I wouldn't want to look into this person. This person is a troll. Okay. For the first time he has spoken. He said he comes in peace. Of course, the door is always open to you. If you come in peace, you are welcome. And please cooperate with me, I will cooperate with you. I thank you very much for being in peace. Thank you for being in love and respect. And at any time you have changed the scenario, you have given me joy, you have made me happy. And I love the way you are speaking now. So thank you very much for that. Now let's go to the next one. Mr. Augustine, does it mean that everyone should be full-time, like everyone must be a broadcaster? Okay, I've actually taken so much of my time. I don't like taking so much time. But notwithstanding, I have to address my viewers. Now, admin, let me go back to I have to share my screen so that I can explain it very well to everybody. Let me go into this particular place. Now, in this particular place, the administration is only looking for 1,111,111. This is what the admin wants. Now, what is the condition for being a billionaire? Please, I want you to listen to me. Listen to everything I'm going to say here. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Okay. Now, this is my Telegram group, and I would really love it if you can join me in my Telegram group. Just send me an information that you want to be part of us, and I would happily invite you to be part of us. So this is what I want to show. This is one of the send button meetings. So many of you are not attending send button meetings. Please do well to attend send button meetings. It can help. With the send button meetings, you are going to be in line. Please cultivate the habit. Cultivate the habit of listening to broadcasters. The admin is creating a synergy between the broadcasters and the members within the TBC community. The broadcasters are the go-between. The administration gives information to the broadcasters pass it on to the TBC community. We are building a system, and we are building a system to stand the test of time. Now, let's read it together. To be a TBC billionaire, you are required to become a full-timer. It is a billionaire. It is a billionaire. It is not a millionaire. If you currently are holding one whole TBC or more in your TBC 009 wallet, you better become a full-timer in TBC immediately. The admin credit makes it so easy to meet the full-timer requirement of having at least 2 active paid referrals. So right now, we only have about 3,500 full-timers now. This was as at then. I'm going to show us the real numbers very soon. 3,500 full-timers, and there are about 200,000 members holding one whole TBC. I had a discussion with the administration, and he repeated that the numbers that are having TBCs are not so much. But because next year is our year of cryptocurrency, it is mass adoption that we need. And for us to achieve mass adoption, we now have to make it go viral. When it goes viral, there will be a filtration process. And then we'll pick out those who are very serious. And those who are willing to build the community, what will happen is they'll be downsized, or they'll be properly placed. So let me finish. 200,000 members holding one whole TBC coin or more. If these sleepy TBC billionaires don't wake up, their send buttons will be turned off. As at then, that was as at then. Now, such kind of policies are no more holding. Their send buttons are on, but automation will deliberately put them where they belong. Please listen to me. Automation will deliberately put them where they belong. Not that their buttons will be off, it will be on. But your 1,000 TBCs can become 0.9999 because you have not paid your admin fee. 1. 2, you are not giving out your admin credits. If you are a billionaire, you should pay your admin fee, give out admin credits. You should be able to tell people about TBC. Once once they have their send buttons turned off, they will not be able to migrate into the new wallet. Admin has changed it now, okay? You can migrate, but when you have paid your admin fee, what would happen is that when you are moving in, because you are a TBC billionaire that is not giving proper account of your TBC coins, what will happen is that you'll be properly placed. There is a difference between downsizing and proper placement. Downsizing means you never made any effort at all. You have so many TBCs. You think you can sleep and wake up and be a billionaire. No. Proper placement means you have so many TBCs, you are doing all the steps you're supposed to do. You have 700,000 TBCs, 1 million TBCs, 50,000 TBCs, but you are not following the normal steps. Sorry, not you are not, you don't have account of it in your Kringle Cash. Now, so many people did discounting in previous times. Those people who sent 1,000 TBC, 50,000 TBCs, but it was not recorded under transaction verifications in your Kringle Cash, and you do not have cookies, then that means those amount of Kringles or TBC will not migrate with you. Basically, that means they have lost all their TBC coins. That would mean that would have made them TBC billionaires. I'm still reading from here. Basically, they would have lost all their TBC coins. Now, the admin has made it in even a more stringent way. It will be very difficult for somebody to become a TBC billionaire if you are not working. If you go into the private notice, you will find out that the TBC billionaires are those who are making conscious efforts. Please remember, admin said that TBC is not an asset. TBC is not an asset. TBC is not a medium where you can make investment. TBC is a system where you use it as a reward. It flows as a current within the TBC community. So it is out of place to hoard TBC coins. It is out of place to hoard TBC coins. So some of us in the senatorial levels will go and will steal money, will go and put it under a tank, an overhead tank, an underground tank, so that nobody will know about it. I will be spending it slowly. That is the faulty side of the fiat system. In the TBC community, we are perfecting everything. So let me quickly go back to the question that this my friend was talking about. The person said, Mr. Augustine, does it mean that everyone should be full-timer? Like, Mr. Augustine, does it mean that everyone should be full-time? Like everyone must be a broadcaster? Being a broadcaster is coming closer to the heart of the administration. He's not limiting anyone from being a broadcaster. You want to be a broadcaster, feel free, come in, but you have to be mentored. If you have no one mentoring you, then you go off and say things that are off it. Okay? Now, I've actually said so much, Kai, and I've spent so much time. So, from what you said, it means that those who are not broadcasters can be downsized. If you're having one TBC and above, you must be paying your admin fee by becoming a full-timer. Now, if you are not a full-timer, listen, there is a trick. You should understand this trick. Look at the trick here. You are a full-timer. For everybody you bring into the community, you get half of it. Now, if you are not a full-timer, sorry, you must be a full-timer. You either become a full-timer who brings in people to the TBC community, or you become a full-timer who takes responsibility because you have so much coins that you can give account of through your Kringle Cash back office. You pay your monthly admin fee to maintain your position. If you fail to do that, what will happen is when the time comes, you'll be properly placed. Please stop listening to people who are giving you wrong information. I am fortunate to have the mind of the administration. I am passing it on to you. Take note of what I'm saying and be serious about it. Because this will happen. When it happens, people will say TBC is a scam. No, you have the one that allowed it to happen that way. Okay, Samson Kolawole, well done, my boss. Now, if you are okay, I know Samson. Well done, my brother. He's a good friend of mine, and I really like his enthusiasm. Very soon, he's coming up to become a broadcaster. You can even broadcast in your local dialect. Listen, we want 1,111,111 broadcasters. In the next episode, there is another thing I would address. I'm already short of time. There is so much I have to say. I will talk about it in the next episode. Let's go to the next one. Do you know how many people I brought into TBC community? And I am still bringing in hundreds, which means which means it doesn't count. No, madam, you're very wrong. Bringing in people to the TBC community counts because you did a cookie reward. All those people you brought into the TBC community will count for you because you have a backup information in your cookie rewards. You have a backup information in your Kringle cash. So those people are counting for you. So if you are regularly paying your admin fee, bringing in people that paid the admin fee, then you have maintained your position. You either become a full-timer bringing in people, or you maintain your position. You either become a full-timer bringing in people, or you maintain your position. Maintaining your position means you are not getting 50%. For every payment you make, you don't get 50%. You give out everything to the admin. The 100% goes to the admin. But those who are full-timers actively bringing in people, you are getting in what? 50% of everything. Because when these people you bring in pay 50%, you get 50%, the other one goes to the administration. So the admin wants people who are full-timers. He doesn't want people who will be paying 100%. Because if you're paying the 100%, the community is not growing. My God help me, I've said so much. Kai. The TBC admin is an American who is currently staying in the Philippines. Now, you cannot prove the information you are giving, my brother. The administration is unknown. Now, for security reasons, nobody knows who the administration is, including myself. I do not know who he is. And I asked a very funny question yesterday. I asked him, sorry, sir, please tell me, why are you hiding your face? The administration said, what I am doing is a disruptive system. It's a system that is going to cause even people to declare war upon us. The media will declare war on TBC very soon. The Americans will come to source out the person that is behind this scene. The US will come for us. The Britons will come for us. The Chinese will come for us. Several people will gang up against us. They would want to bring down the administration. So please, I would advise you as a community member, protect the administration. Do not try to fish him out. Do not cave into the ideas of people who are fighting the system. Stand with the admin and make sure you cover him. Make sure you cover the administration. Don't decide to say, I want to know who he is. That is wickedness. The admin wants to lift people out of poverty. Help the admin to make his goal successful. Don't try to fight it to find out what do you gain when you know about the administration. You wouldn't gain anything. You know, I'm sounding kind of aggressive. Please don't be offended with me. Now, my question is this. Someone that just wants to register on the 1st of December, will the person get one TBC because he or she can't be a full-timer? Will the person get one TBC because he or she can't be a full-timer on that day? Now, the administration wants to get 1 million billionaires. So as many people who pay their admin fee, admin will give it out to anyone who pays it on that day. Whether you use the admin credit or you pay with your cash, it goes to that person. And the person, anyone who uses his admin credit, the person has not yet fully filled up his position, but he will enjoy that benefit. But if you use your admin fee and you make payments, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, bulk credit, you have cemented your position. And once you have cemented your position, go into education section, private, read the information there, it will apply to you. Mr. Augustine, there are some lies in what you are saying. Okay, let me hear about the lies that I'm saying. Now, I'm still maintaining that I said that the admin must try as much as he can to bring everyone together in the TBC. Why? Because united we stand, the administration is doing that already. When you see it from this perspective, there wouldn't be any issues at all. Now, Mr. Augustine, don't you know that with what's happening in the TBC community now, do you think that the big merchants or investors would like to belong to the community? The admin is taking his time. The thing is that you do not understand the wisdom with which the administration is working. The big shots, I am not gainsaying, I am not sweet talking. I can bet that the administration will bring in big shots by next year. I do not know who these big shots will be, but I want to tell you that the TBC community will be the envy of the world next year. You can hold me by my words. You can keep this video. You can store it. By this time next year, play it again. You would understand that I said that the TBC, the Kringle Private Society, will be the envy of the world by this time next year. You can hold me for what I am saying. Now, we must stop dividing the TBC community. Thank you very much. I like that. I love TBC and I have great vision for TBC. That's why I am making a lot of effort to see that the community will be moving higher and higher. Congratulations, madam. Madam, sir, I don't know who you are, but whatever you are doing, keep up your good work and so help you God. I think I've said so much already and I've spent so much time. I love you guys. I love all of you for contributing. And I want to thank you, my friend, who is a community member and who has decided to make peace with me. TBC community is built on love and respect. Always love and respect each other. I want to keep it here because I give you high respect. I give you some appreciation for the fact that you have seen me, appreciated me, and you have chosen to align yourself with me. When we are united together, I tell you, there is nothing that will stop us from being successful. And I hope that the administration can have a look at this video and then put it on the blog so that as many that can align themselves can also listen. Cheers. Thank you very much for listening to me. God bless each and every one of us. I'll stop sharing my screen now. Happy weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. Do the right thing. And till we meet again on Monday by the special grace of God. Cheers and God bless you.